Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to Riley's World. You know, we're here again on another one. That is it. Here again, giving thanks to the Most High. You know what I mean? Here again with another discussion. Another discussion of football. Arsenal take on Bayern Munich. Trust me, it's a must see. You know what, Mr. One of the truth. You know what I mean? A whole heap of feelings Arsenal carry for the team. You know what I mean? Guys, you know what we do first and foremost, we give thanks to the Most High. You know what I mean? Without whom, nothing is possible. You know what I mean? We give God thanks all the time. All the time, all the time. The Creator is King. You know what I mean? Yes, guys. As me said, we're here taking on this one. You know what I mean? As I said, Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? That speak volume for itself. You know? Yeah, man. What if a Champions League game go on today, you know? There's a lot of Champions League game was on today. You know, and Chelsea, Newcastle, Manchester City, you know what I mean? And some whole heap more. You know what I mean? The games were hot. Guys, the games were hot today. Hot games today. You know what I mean? Some surprising results. You know what I mean? A shocker. You know what I mean? Manchester City went down to Bayern Leverkusen cruising. You know what I mean? That was a shocker. You know what I mean? Why even more shocking was Bayern, Man City was at home. You know what I mean? So y'all can just imagine the devastation, what kind of situation that is. You know what I mean? Zimmerman, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Arsenal gets battered everywhere they go. Zimmerman, are you serious? Are we talking about the same Arsenal? Hold on, let me see if I can rotate this screen. Okay, my bad, guys. Sorry. Are we talking about the same Arsenal, Zimmerman? Are we seriously talking about the same Arsenal get battered everywhere they go? This same Arsenal that is yet to lose one of these Champions League games? You know what I mean? This same Arsenal that is yet to concede a goal in a Champions League game. Are we talking about the same Arsenal, Zimmerman? Come on, man. Come on. Gotta do us better than that. Gotta do us better than that. You know what I mean? We can't be speaking about the same Arsenal that been dominating left, right, and center people. You know what I mean? That is what's going on. Where is Jigga? Jigga probably home, man. Jigga probably home. Me and Jigga go live together on Monday and Friday. You know? Yeah. Monday and Friday is when we do our live together. So tomorrow, Friday, which tomorrow is not Friday, I mean Friday coming up, me and Jigga will be back at it again. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll be back at it again Friday coming up. That person, Zeus. Zeus said Chelsea all day. Big up Chelsea. Fantastic win today. Yo, no joke though. No joke though. Chelsea did amazing today. You know what I mean? It was a superb victory. You know what I mean? What a win from Chelsea today. You know what I mean? Yeah, they ain't no joke. They're not trying to play around. You know what I mean? Eze will bench Odi. Hey, they're both our players, bro. So as far as the comparison and the picking is concerned, we don't even really care. We just want to win. You know what I mean? They're two different players. You know what I mean? So it's a good look. It's a good look. The competition is really an Arsenal team. And at that, Wagwan, that's what make Arsenal right now. That same competition that we have going on. Zeus said Estiva looking on fire. Yeah, man, the little kid outshine the next little kid. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, the youth introduced himself to the world yesterday. You know what I mean? And if you are 19-year-old, 18-year-old, I think, right? If you are 18-year-old, what brighter way to introduce yourself better than on the international scene of the Champions League? You know what I mean? Against Barcelona? You know what I mean? With one of the best youngsters right now in football? Oh, come on, man. You don't get better than that. You don't get better than that, man. You know what I mean? And Champs, guy say, what's up, Gunner? Big up yourself, Champs guy in the building. You know what I mean? Big up yourself, man. We're right here representing. You know what I mean? Getting ready for the game. Getting ready for the game tomorrow. You say you need to run Eze and Odi as attacking. I think that's gonna be the play, you know. I think that's gonna be the play. And Odi as attacking mids and keep Rice as the holding. I don't think that's gonna be the play all the time, but I think that's gonna be in the making at some point. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be in the making at some point because we need some attacking threat going forward. And you know what I mean? Eze play a superb 10 um, on Sunday. You know what I mean? That was a good game from Eze. You know what I mean? The best that we've seen him playing in an Arsenal shirt so far. You know what I mean? So we have to give him that. You know what I mean? And even if Martin Odegaard, our captain, is back, you know what I mean? Ain't no way you walk into this team. No way. You know what I mean? No way. Marcus said, can you say... What Marcus said? Anyway, big up Marcus. Daniel in the building, happy Tuesday. Hey guys, what's up, Daniel? Welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the chat. I make football gaming videos, bro. You should visit my channel. Alright, Champs guy. Big up yourself, man. Alright, Champs guy. Arsenal is trash. Vamos FC Madrid. Madrid can't even. What Madrid doing right now? What is Madrid? Madrid got beaten by Liverpool, bro. Liverpool. Imagine that. Zio said because Odi need help in the attack third and Eze is doing amazing when he gets minute. I don't know about what you're saying really. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Eze had a good game on Sunday. You know what I mean? And that is that. You know what I mean? Fantastic game, and we're happy that he is doing well. You know what I mean? The fans love Eze. And we want him to do well. We want him to score more hat-trick like this. And we want him to help us take us to our first Champions League title. You know what I mean? And our first English League title in 22 years. You know what I mean? These are what we're looking for. So we are grateful. Eze will become Arsenal best player. You should thank Palace. Palace should thank us. We were the one that we had Eze in our academy, remember? It will be all Eze to win you guys the league. Hey, we're grateful for that. We'll take that all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Easy. Yes, I definitely. Champs guy said, I'm a Madrid fan, but I respect Arsenal. Big up yourself, man. Hey, this channel is a channel where everybody is welcome. You know what I mean? That's the way I have this channel going. I love when everybody comes here and voice their opinion. You know what I mean? This is not just a Arsenal channel to say only Arsenal supporter. That's no fun, bro. Y'all come and make fun of Arsenal all you want. Make fun of Madrid, Chelsea, Liverpool. It doesn't matter. That's what we do over here. You know what I mean? We have fun with each other. You understand me? That's what we do. If Palace never gave him a chance, Arsenal could never see. Palace wasn't the first one that gave him a chance. You know what I mean? Palace was not the first one that gave him a chance. Palace bought him from somewhere. You know, where did Palace bought him from again? I can't remember right now. But Palace bought him from somewhere. Palace was the first one that gave him a chance, bro. I am from India. Big up yourself from India. Big up. We don't like Tottenham though. Never. Never. That's why we beat them. That's why we do them how we do them. You know what I mean? They need to have some respect. Just keep on making noise all day, every day. You know what I mean? The noisy neighbors. Noisy neighbors. Guys, what a day at Champions League football, man. What a day. Jup it. Is that special brew you're drinking? No, bro, it's cold. I'm drinking tea. I have to keep my tea cold. Keep my tea hot in this. No, it's cold. Special brew. uh-huh. Yeah, man. Champions League. Champions League was fantastic today, guys. You know what I mean? Very, very fantastic. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful day of football. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, Arsenal didn't play today, you know. Arsenal didn't play today, so I'm trying to show you that, hey, it was a beautiful day of football. Zimmerman, I'm Man City fan. I don't forget Zimmerman. Don't worry. Don't worry. Beautiful, beautiful day of football, people. You know what I mean? Where the citizens went down. Pep went down with his army today. You know what I mean? Decided to not start Holland. You know what I mean? Because they're at home. And it should not be a difficult game. You know what I mean? Which, on paper, it should not be a difficult game. You know what I mean? He wasn't wrong about what he was saying. You know what I mean? In his brain, that is. You know what I mean? So it should not be a difficult game. But guess what? It was a difficult game. Because they lost. You know what I mean? They lost. And in the second half, he tried to put on players to rescue the point. But it was a little too late, man. You know what I mean? Bayern Leverkusen defend their 2 goals. And they defend it straight to the end. You know what I mean? There was this one time that Haaland breakaway and with the ball. And by the time he lift up that expensive left foot of his to take the shot, like the keeper was on it. You know what I mean? They weren't trying to lose that game at all. You know what I mean? Away. Bayern Leverkusen was away to Manchester City. Manchester City was at home. So anything at all them get, you know them take it. Then they leave out of that with a draw. A draw will be welcome. But hey, you gone to Leverkusen. You're going to Manchester City and come out with a win. That's fantastic, man. You know what I mean? You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Guys, love the channel, man. Like the channel if you're just tuning in. You know what I mean? Like the channel if you're just tuning in. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel if you love the channel or if you love what's going on. Red Skull in the building. Big up Red Skull every time. Big up Red Skull every time. Spurs Europe champ said hi. Big up Spurs. Man City fan Zubi Mandy. When will Arsenal become Champions League trophy winners? This season. This season, bro. Remember, you hear it right here first. We will be winning this season. Alright? Yes, I'm from South London. Originally, Arsenal were from South London and moved because of Charlton Athletic and Millwall Football Club. Did you know that, my son? I know Arsenal was from South London and I know they moved, but I don't know if they moved because of why you're saying they moved. You know what I mean? Everybody have their own opinion and their own ideas of why Arsenal move. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody have their own thoughts in their head. Everybody comes to a conclusion and try to make it a identity. You know what I mean? Which is not. You understand what I'm saying? Which is not. Tottenham say we move and come take them space. And the knowledge that I'm hearing also is that, hey, when Arsenal moved to North London, Tottenham was not a part of North London as yet. You know what I mean? It was not a part of North London as yet until they joined the little section over there that Tottenham was. And there's a lot of story, bro. A whole lot of story. You know what I mean? Right now, Arsenal is Arsenal. You know what I mean? And we own North London. You know what I mean? And that. That is it. You get myself? That is it. We own London, man. That is it. Yeah. If Arsenal could get any player from Madrid, who will it be? It will probably be Rodrigo or Vinny. You know what I mean? The left wing. Yep, I'm watching it, said Spurs. What's your thought on Chelsea-Barca game? Chelsea-Barca game was fire. Chelsea-Barca game was fire. You know what I mean? Come on, you Spurs. Hey, Tony, change my YouTube channel name. I don't even know what's going on with you. Jupiter said, talking about football, Ronaldo red card overturned. Now it entitled to play the first free game in the World Cup. What a Chelsea. Yeah, FIFA is I don't know what, man. Too much politics, man. Too much politics. Take us to 8 likes, guys. Take us to 10 likes, guys. Take us to 10 likes, man. Swiss said, what's your thought on Chelsea Barca game? Red Skull said, Rodrigo or Nico. The reason why they moved it because they did not want two clubs in the same era. Clubs in the same era. Clubs are in the same era right now. Watford is just right behind us. You know what I mean? We can peep over the fence and look at Watford. You know what I mean? If we open our door and said, yo, Tottenham, hear us. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. Let's talk about the Chelsea and the Barcelona game. You know what I mean? Arsenal is good, but y'all should watch out for Hurricane, man. We're watching out for Hurricane, man. Nobody's underestimating Hurricane. We're not even going to lie about that. Are you happy the Eze came to Arsenal instead of Tottenham? We're delighted, bro. We're delighted. Eze is an Arsenal fan favorite, you know. It wasn't fire because just opened their legs for Chelsea the whole 90 minutes. Yeah, that's it. It was fire. You know what I mean? Chelsea played. Hey, you got to win the game. You only can beat what's in front of you. That Barcelona team today was trash. I see that. You know what I mean? But guess what? Chelsea still did play. You know what I mean? And they make it look good. You know what I mean? They make it look good. I hope they come and play us like that on Sunday. You know what I mean? I hope they come and play like that. Sunday going to be a nice game, though. Sunday going to be a nice game. Trust me. Spurs said no. No, disagree. Look at the badge on your shirt. It's a cannon. The cannon come from Woolwich, Arsenal, which was in South London. Bro, you're still not getting what we're saying. We are the Kings of North London. That's where we are. We coming from South London over what? Over 100 years ago? You know what I'm saying? None of these players now don't know nothing about South London. These owners now don't know nothing about South London. It's like you're saying to me that somebody moved to England and they have kids on top of kids on top of kids on top of kids on top of kids. They moved to England from Japan and they have kings on top of kids on top of kids on top of kids on top of kids. Are you going to still tell me that their kids are from Japan? It's been past that, man. It's been past that. Generation on top of generation on top of generation was born in North London. These people are North Londonians. Alright? These people are North London. We are the London Dons. Okay? We are the London Dons. And that is it. Alright, people? Yes, I'm a South London boy at 55 years old. Now know my history. Hey, that's fine, Jupiter, man. That's fine. That's fine. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you wasn't even born when Arsenal moved from South London. You know what I mean? That's why you call it a history. It's something that they write on a piece of paper and tell you. You understand what I'm saying? Let that go. Let that go, man. We're now from North London. That's that's our ground. That's our place. Alright? That's our place now, man. AEX said Arsenal. Thumbs down. Elijah man. I operate a channel that I welcome everybody. You know what I mean? I do welcome everybody. But for some reason, when I see your name pop up, it disturbs me. Because you never come on this channel with anything that makes sense. I'm being honest with you. And I'm hoping that you turn that around, because I do not want, I don't practice to block anyone off this channel. Alright? I really do not practice to block anyone off this channel. So I hope you turn that around and just come with a positive vibes and come with some football content this time. All right, please. All right, Elijah, please. Thank you. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. They were known as the Walrus Arsenal. No, they were not. I don't know about that. I've read up on Arsenal and all of that. You know what I mean? Because when Arsenal played one of their first game was against this team right now that's in the Premier League. And they were the one that gave Arsenal their first jersey. You know what I'm saying? They were the one that gave Arsenal their first jersey, bro. So not because you think persons are not from England, that don't mean we know the history just like you. The same way you know it is the same way we know it. You read it or people tell you. It's the same way all of us know it, man. You know what I mean? All of us know it the same way. People tell you and you read it in a book just like us. We can read too. You know what I mean? And we have persons that can tell us too. We have ears. All right? Yeah, that is it. Look at the badge on your. I see the badge. Keep on telling me to look at the badge. So, whoa, bro. Yeah, it used to be Woolwich Arsenal. All right, Elijah. This is what we're talking about, football. Yeah, man. Okay. Those stations are areas in London are relatively close to one another. Look at the badge on your shirt. It's a cannon. Okay. Chelsea, the only English team to win today, is not positive sign for me. Yeah, this give Chelsea confidence going into the London derby. You know what I mean? And I don't know, because a confident Chelsea is a problem Chelsea. You know, confident Chelsea is a problem Chelsea. Chelsea tend to give a lot of trouble when they're confident. There was some stuff that I noticed in Chelsea game, you know what I mean? Kukurea, or whatever you want to name, you know what I mean? He kind of play like cauliflower, he overlaps a lot and all of that. So, it's going to be a very interesting game, for sure. It's going to be a really interesting game. So, we'll see. Chelsea win, you know what I mean? And as I said, Barcelona was poor, man. You know what I mean? Barcelona was poor. It wasn't nothing really to talk about this Barcelona performance. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. These Spanish teams are poor this season. You know? These Spanish teams are really poor this season. So, I don't know. Jupiter, I'm from United Kingdom, South London. I know my football and I know my history. Alright, man, not a problem. I've been to the original place where the Arsenal used to play. Elijah, yeah, but I don't appreciate you calling me out about this when I was a different Elijah. They mentioned that nonsense. Hey, my bro, the same picture, the same name, the same everything. I'm just saying, if it's not you, then hey, we can apologize and we can move forward. All right? I'm just saying that we're just here to talk sports. You know what I mean? If somebody's using your page and, you know what I mean, something else is going on, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? But this you, I appreciate and I welcome. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for being here, Elijah. They deserve it, but Barca was poor, honestly. Barcelona was very, very poor. Elijah, what team do you support again? Let me know what team you support. Barcelona was poor, man. Barcelona was really, really poor. You know, and they deserve the battering that they get. You know what I mean? It's just sad that it's Chelsea that did it to them. You know? It's sad that it's Chelsea that did it to them, but the battering that they get, they deserve that. You know what I mean? Trust me, they deserve that. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself, Elijah. Arsenal through and through. See the Chelsea fans saying bring on the Arsenal is hilarious. Don't worry, they're gonna get the Arsenal. Yeah, Barca did play with 10 man, but Barca was playing with 10 man after Elijah make a point. Barca played with 10 man, but they play with 10 men after the first goal. You know what I mean? And playing with 10 man, I saw Everton play with 10 man on Monday. And they beat Manchester United convincingly with 10 men. When I say beat, I'm not talking about scruffle a goal and then defend for their life. No. They outplayed Manchester United all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Well, it was actually Monday. You know what I'm saying? It was something to watch. Just to be factual here, I did not ask you if you could show toes. Elijah, please stop now. That's good. Elijah, enough. The physical was the problem. Yeah, they were very physical for real. You know what I mean? Chelsea was very, very physical, and I don't think that they could have handled it. I don't think that Barcelona could have handled it at all. The physicalness was too much for them, you know. And I like the fact. I like the fact that I don't have no problem with Chelsea winning, you know. You know what I mean? Because I think the English teams in this Champions League have been poor. You know what I mean? Have been poor. Look at Liverpool, Red Skull. Liverpool, excuse me. Liverpool beat Real Madrid, and then they came back and they get battered all over the place. You know what I mean? They came and they got battered all over the place. I think Pedro was missing from the midfield. Probably. Probably. But nevertheless, you have a team, you know what I mean? And you should be able to fit around players to accommodate. You know what I mean? These things are not excuses anymore because when you look at Arsenal team that played with so many injuries for so long, you know what I mean, and still putting up performance and still getting results. You know what I mean? When you look at Everton on Monday that played with 10 men against 11 full strength Manchester United team and still win, came out with the victory. That was awesome. You know what I mean? So okay, I just googled it originally. Arsenal were from Plumstead, which is in South London. They moved in 1931 to North London for financial reasons and to get a bigger fan base. But that's not what you said earlier on, though. You said they moved because clubs were too close and all of that. Hey, bro, we ain't trying to debate that, though. You know what I mean? Uh, somebody block Elijah for me. Somebody block Elijah for me. Enough of this crazy person. Jupiter, what club you support? Jupit, what club you support? What club do you support? Let me know. Because you support one of the clubs in London. You support which one? Chelsea or Tottenham? Because something is bothering you. So let me know what club you support so I can know what's bothering you. Red Skull said Barca play the same way against PSG. So I'm confident Arteta team will have plan for them. Barca? You're talking about Chelsea? Super Spurs. Yeah, Spurs. Come on, Spurs. And come on, your name said it all. Spurs Euro Champs 25. Your name said it all. Said it all. Said it all. I know that for sure. Red Skull, you're talking about Chelsea, right? Okay. Yeah, man. Red Skull, we gonna hurt Chelsea because If Chelsea try to play football and open up against us, it's gonna be devastating for them. If they low block us, it's still gonna be devastating for them. So let's see what kind of ball game they're gonna come with. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of liking this mix around that is going on right now, and I'm kind of liking the players that are coming back. You know what I mean? The players that are coming back. So there's a lot of uncertainty that is going on. You know what I mean? We are different without a recognized striker. Arteta find a different formula in this Tottenham game. Playing with Eze as a false nine. You know what I mean? Because Eze and Marino seemed like they were interchanging position. You know what I mean? And then you have Trossard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have three players that was playing that false nine position. It was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And I like it. You know what I mean? As a game, I look at Eze from the game start and I realize that he's starting to get the position a little bit better. You know what I mean? Whenever the attack was going, Eze was always drifting in the middle. Eze wasn't out on the left like he normally is. He's always drifting in the middle. And whenever the ball go to the wing or wherever, Eze is always on the top of the D. Always on the top of the D. His 3 goals came right there. You know what I mean? Right there. It's like he's just drifting in there without nobody noticing. And his 3 goals came right there. And that was Eze finding himself. You know what I mean? What y'all think about the game? Not even the game, the interview. Just before the game or the day before the game, you know what I mean? The coach was asked about him missing out on signing Eze. And his response to that was, who's Eze? Come on, man. I'm like, yo, really? Yo, the man response was, who's Eze? Well, Eze didn't show him just once, twice. He showed him 3 times who he was. You know what I mean? 3 times. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You know what I mean? And you could see how much of an Arsenal boy he is. You know what I mean? He didn't just score. He scored and he celebrated and he laughed. And he laughed. Jupiter, where you going? You want to tell me which team you support? You want to tell me which team you support so you run gone? Come on, Jupiter, man. Better than that. Better than that, Jupiter. So, yeah. Newcastle and Marseille. Aubameyang put him foot in a Newcastle throat. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. When Newcastle started the game and they scored in the 6 minutes, I'm like, yo, here we go. Newcastle gonna run riot. But then the game changed. The game changed significantly. And the thing just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. Newcastle was sink. You know what I mean? Where was that keeper going? Where was the keeper going? Arsenal will battle towards the end, said Turbo Tony. You think so, Turbo? You think so? Turbo, I don't even know if you tell us what team you support now. You've been in the chat a while now. What team you support, man? Let us know what team you support. Let us know what team you support, Turbo. The keeper, I blame the keeper for the first goal. I don't know where the keeper was going for that first goal that Aubameyang scored. Where was that keeper going? You know what I mean? Crystal Palace. Big up, Chris. Oh, that's why you want us to thank Eze. Man, you should want Eze to win the title. What are you talking about? Crystal Palace ain't going to win it. So why not want Eze to win the title? Look how much he has done for you. Look how much he has done for you. Huh? You should be happy for the brother, man. Come on. Come on. Guys, give me some love, guys. Show me some love. You know what I mean? Hit those like button, guys. Hit those like button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, guys. You know what I mean? We're here to talk football. You know what I mean? Arsenal football and them other people. Crystal Palace will win the Premier League. When? When will that happen? Spurs. Well, they'll win it before Spurs for sure. You should finish that. Crystal Palace will win the Premier League before Spurs. Finish that. Finish that. Matt said David Raya or Van der Vaart. Bro, we're not switching David Raya for nobody, bro. Nobody. No matter how good days, no matter how bad days, David Raya all day. Okay? All day. David Raya suits Arsenal team. He play how Arsenal team wants him to play. You know what I mean? So we're good with David Raya, man. No fuss. No fuss. Eze will help millions, but Arsenal as a team will crumble. Wishful thinking, bro. Wishful thinking. Prime De Gea or David Raya. I just told you, David Raya all day. All day. David Raya fits this team like a glove. Alright? Yeah, man. Fits this team like a glove. Guys, into the meat of the matter. Arsenal taking on Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? Once a son of the soil became an enemy of the family. Hurricane. Everywhere he go, he seems to try to taunt Arsenal. Everywhere he go, every move he make, every team he try to play for, him always seem to come back, come torment Arsenal and Arsenal goal. Always seem to come back and come score power. You know what I mean? Hurricane is like a thorn in our skin. You know what I mean? Can we keep him out? Yeah, can we keep him out? You know what I mean? We have one traitor to one prodigal son that returned. You know what I mean? It's two of them, you know. You know what I mean? Both of them was let go. You know what I mean? One was fuming and turned traitor, betrayal, which is Hurricane. The other one hold his ground and tell everybody that he will be back. And look at him now. You know? The other one went to the enemy. The enemy. And we have to leave. Because the enemy ain't never gonna win nothing. So him decides him have to leave go look trophies. So he go down to Bayern. You know what I mean? Go to Bayern go look it. I don't know. So it's the prodigal son. Has the prodigal son come home against the traitor. You know what I mean? We're gonna be victorious tomorrow. His two best friends, right? That turn enemy. Right? Olise and Eze. How is it gonna pan out? Who will take this one? This is not just a Bayern Munich game versus Arsenal now. This is a grudge match. This match, I have a lot of feelings. Me, personally, I have a lot of feelings in this match. A lot of people say, yo, don't worry about the game because you have Chelsea on the weekend. You know what I mean? Worry about, see if you can get a draw and rest some of the players. You know what I mean? But bro, we can't do that. Cannot do that. Why? Because too many times this Bayern Munich team has embarrassed us. Too many times this Bayern Munich team has knocked us out of this competition. We're fighting back. It is time to fight back. Every single season, we play this Bayern team. Every time we play them, we never pass them. You understand me? They will always beat me up. This is a different time. This is a different team. this time around, we will win. This is no joke. The journalist said we will succeed this time, this year. I believe that, man. This is our year. Jupiter is back. What do you think of the Cristiano Ronaldo getting off his tree? That's politics, man. That's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of crap. FIFA, I don't know. You know what I mean? And being that they do something like that, bro, I'm always saying to myself, say, Ronaldo will never win the World Cup. You know what I mean? He's gonna retire and not getting a trophy. But right now, FIFA look like they're setting him up for that purpose. FIFA is just a bunch of politics, bro. I hate politics. You know. As I was saying, Bayern always seem to have one over on Arsenal. You know, always. For some reason. We'll beat them one little 2-1 at home. And we got Bayern and get beat 5-1. It's always been like that. It's time to change. It's time to turn the table. It is time for Arsenal to step up to the plate. We never win a Champions League yet, you know. I'm tired to sit down right here, so, and have all of them people are push at our face. Real Madrid especially. Oh, we are 15. How much you have? Real Madrid team now, not good. And the teams that Real Madrid used to have, they'll never see those teams again. Because football is more balanced now. Football is more balanced now. You understand me? Not everybody dreams of Real Madrid no more, because Real Madrid used to call what? They used to be like the gladiators of football. They have the best players, the flashiest players, and all of them something. Hey, everybody have money to spend now. Everybody can buy whatever ball of them want. So Real Madrid not have the pull no more. They do have pull, you know. But that pull the way every single player and them want go there, that is not there no more. You understand me? No. Barcelona struggle. Barcelona struggling. You understand what I'm saying? One of the best players right now is Rashford. Okay, player. But I want a Barcelona best player that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Going to be a 3-horse race. Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester City, said Jupit. Hey, we're looking forward to the race, because at the end of the day, everybody know that you cannot count out Chelsea. You know what I mean? Chelsea have about 700 players in it, so at some point they must come good. Everybody know you cannot count out Manchester City. Even if a Haaland alone carry them. Even if a Haaland alone carry them on him back, can't write them off. Nope, can't write them off. You know what I mean? Because the brother, they always find a way to help him team. He couldn't do it today, but you know what I mean? Today another one. The big problem in recent years has been when Arsenal see City in their review mirror. Will this season be different? I think so. The mental of this team is different. This team, on a whole, is different. You know what I mean? It's not that weak young team anymore. You know what I mean? Their mindset is different. And you can see it in the way they're playing now. You can see it in the way they approach games. You know what I mean? You can see it totally. That this Arsenal team, there's a different swag about them. You know what I mean? There's a different swag about them, man. They know that this title has eluded them for the past 3 seasons. That's what they know. They know that they have never ever won the Champions League. That's what they know. Remember, they've been playing and they've been breaking some little records along the way. You know what I mean? And that means they're doing well. You know what I mean? They're playing good enough football to be doing what they're doing. Right? Eze hat-trick, North London derby. That's the first hat-trick for 47 years in this derby. Sunderland was the last player to do it. You know what I mean? Many greats, many greats have played it. Never done it. The Bergkamp, the Henry, you name them. The Van Persie and them, the Sanchez, the Ozils. Many great players. For you to score a hat-trick in a game like this, it's not something to play with. You understand what I'm saying? Eze did it, and he did it in fine style. He said he prayed and he asked God to let him score a hat-trick. And he did score a hat-trick. My problem with that is this. I'm going to say it to you now. Eze, if you ever find a video and you will listen, this is what I need you to say to. The next time you go to pray, don't ask God. Take off the limitation off of God, brother. Just tell yourself to make a score a whole heap of goal. Because you ask for hat-trick and you only get hat-trick. They're supposed to be asking for 5 and 6. Can you imagine how much goals you have scored? Just saying. You know? 5 and 6 and them something there. Arsenal will finish second. Okay. Yeah, like we still don't have Kai Havertz, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Magalhaes, Gyökeres. Like, bro, we don't have half the attackers and no strikers, still we won. That's what I keep on telling people. Eze is already in folklore, bro. Which player has made the difference this season? The player that probably made the most impact this season, are you talking about as a new player? I think that would be Zubi. Martin Zubimendi? Yeah. Martin Zubimendi is massive. Massive. Big up the Arsenal. Used to live next to the stadium when I was playing in the UK. Big up Johnny. Johnny said injuries tough. Injuries are rock with left, right, and center. You know what I mean? But the beauty about this is we're still finding ways to win. I want to see the headache that Mikel Arteta gonna have when all these players come back. Can you imagine Arsenal with a full fit side going for the league? Can you imagine we have Kai Havertz and Victor Gyökeres to choose from? Can you imagine we have Nani Madueke and Saka to choose from? Can you imagine we have a fit in-farm Odegaard and Eze to choose from? Can you imagine we have a fit in-farm Martinelli and Trossard to choose from? Can you imagine we have the rivalry that's been going on right now of Kelly Flory and Miles Lewis Kelly? The rivalry that's more one-sided over the other side. Over the other side, kind of one-sided still. Because Timber lead that by a mile. You know what I mean? I don't even know when Ben White gonna see back again unless it's not something important like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Injuries ain't gone do nothing this season. We are ready. Now the depth is insane. Like hear yourself, we still are not a fulfilled side, and still we are the most powerful in Europe. Like, bro, imagine when we become complete. Agreed. Mad thing, said Johnny. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I watched an interview with Timber. You know what I mean? And Timber said, we're still going to step up a notch. So I would imagine that him saying, yo, when the player them come back, we still have a couple more gears to go. You know what I mean? Because right now they're just playing to just make sure that they can get 3 points. You know what I mean? When the players then come back and they can play some serious football, you're going to be different. Total different ball game. If Arteta doesn't win either the league or the UEFA Champions League, then Arteta needs to go. You are not an Arsenal fan, so or should I say, are you an Arsenal fan? Let us know. Let us know the team you support, so we can address you according. We can agree, we can disagree, or we can stake our point. You know what I mean? That's what we try to do here. We try to make it reasonable. Okay, so I am an Arsenal fan. All right, so let's play your game. Let's say Arteta leaves. Who you hire? Who do you hire? All right, David, we hear you loud and clear, David. What team you support? Let us know what team you support. Mike, let us know what team you support as well, man. You not did. Who would you hire if you fire Arteta? David support United and said Arsenal is crap. That's a funny. You's a comedian. You's a comedian. You can tell jokes. You is a comedian. I can see that. Big up yourself though, Manchester United fan. Arteta need to stay for another 10 years. He might go to stay for another 10 years because he gonna win. To be honest with you, he gonna win trophies, no worries. Johnny laughing at David. That's a good question. I don't know. But all I know is that I would rather take my chances with a new manager rather than keep Arteta and keep finishing second. And you take a chance with a new manager that you don't know what you're going to get. So if you get relegated, you're good with that. That's what you're saying. Right? If you get relegated, you'll be good with that. Because Arteta keep on competing and coming second. Alright. We're not good with second. Don't get me wrong. We're never ever happy with second. You know what I mean? But do you remember the last time we came second before Arteta? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Do you remember where the club was when Unai Emery take over? Do you remember when one of our fan favorite, Xhaka, took off his armband, fling it, and tell the crowd to F off? Do y'all remember those dark days? Do y'all remember those dark days? That same Xhaka played against Arsenal the other day in Sunderland, and the Arsenal fans were singing his name. Respect. You know what I mean? Respect. Because guess what? The club has turned around. The fans love the club again. There was days, bro, when I just listened to the score of the game. I didn't want to watch the games. It was too hard to watch the games. I just listened to hear if we win. You know what I mean? Those days are gone. Listen to every Arsenal podcaster. Listen to all of these people that are talking. Everybody have hope. Everybody is dreaming. Everybody is looking forward. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You understand what I'm saying? This is what this club has become. This is where this club has gone. We're no longer that club. Everything that people are saying about us right now, they're taking from the past. One of the things our persons can say about us is that we come second. This is the question I'm going to ask those persons. How much your team came? We came second 3 years in a row. How much your team came? Where did your team come in the league? While we are challenging for the league and come second. And everybody have a problem with that. Some of them almost got relegated. Some of them got relegated. All of these things that we're trying to challenge with an injury-prone team. Arsenal team was so short last season. Short. And we still came second. They should have bought in January and they didn't. We lost Kai Havertz, we lost Saka, we lost Martin Odegaard, we lost so many players, but we're still winning games. I don't know. Let me know how much coach could I do that. Let me read some of y'all chat. Arsenal won't get relegated, but if Arteta don't win either the Prem or the UEFA Champion, then he has to go. Hear you loud and clear, you. Hear you loud and clear. When was the last time Arsenal won a major trophy? 3-4 years ago they won an FA Cup. I don't know if you want to consider it as a major trophy. You guys have never won anything in 20 years. Alright, so David. David, you say support Manchester United, right? As a Manchester United fan, this is a grown-up conversation. You guys are children right now. Alright, David? Hey, I don't mean that in a bad way, alright? Don't feel offended. We're just touting you, alright? Don't feel offended, my boy. Arteta is the second highest paid manager in the Premier League. Arsenal tickets are the most expensive in the UK. Just for us to finish second, third, 3 years in a row, that's a failure to me. As I said here, loud and clear. As I said, I can debate this all day. You know what I mean? But it does make no sense because we're Arsenal fans. And yeah, it probably does make sense. Because guess what? A failure to me was when we were battling for top 4. For 18 years. That was a failure to me. When we were battling for top 4 every single year. All we wanted to do was make Champions League. And that was an achievement for 20 years. Almost. That was a failure. Now we're challenging for titles. That's improvement. Arteta is a 5-year-old coach. 5-year-old coach. Learning on the job at Arsenal. They hired him as an inexperienced coach. So they knew it was going to take a little time. They didn't give him a bag of cash right away either. This is the first season they paid him with players. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to say. A lot of people can say, you know what I mean? Everybody gonna have their own opinion. Me personally, I'm not against Arteta. Because guess what? I can watch Arsenal and smile again. I can wear this shirt everywhere and anywhere. And I get respect. You know what I'm saying? And I get respect. I remember when Manchester United beat us 8-2. I had to take off this shirt. I had to take off this shirt. You understand what I'm saying? No Manchester United fans scared to wear their shirt. That's the difference. That's what's going on right now. Because they don't want nobody to know that they support Manchester United because their team is not doing well. Bro, understand where this team is coming from. Understand where we have been. And understand where we're going. I understand you that this is not I trust the process no more. We're in the process now. The process is in full effect. And if Arteta don't win, it's a failure for sure. It's a fail, and I understand that. But I promise you this. If you fire Arteta today, Manchester United, Chelsea, Real Madrid, all of them go and line up for his signature. You know what I'm saying? Believe me when I tell you that. Let me get into some of your chats. Exactly the only thing that matters is football is today. The now, the next game, the next day. That is it. Like people saying we haven't won in the long time, like Liverpool were the same, bro. Understand? You is supporting David, that's a Manchester United fan, that they ain't winning nothing right either. They almost got relegated last season too. ATB to you. And you're gonna lose on Sunday, said DJS. DJ Shatter NSC said we're gonna lose on Sunday. But you all can y'all have a lot of wishful thinking. United have been poop, but they still have more trophies in the past 5 years than us. Yeah, man. United lost to a 10-man Everton team. Before Liverpool won anything, people said things too. Now they gone won it, ain't they? People used to say they ain't crap. You know what I mean? Liverpool haven't won anything for how long? You know what I mean? Arteta is the best thing for Arsenal right now. You will win the league. Continuing like this, but you will get stuck next year, as this is a 1 or 2 year league team. Champion, big up yourself. Today game will be big. I'm Bayern fan, and congratulations for destroying Spurs in the North London derby. Liverpool gone and win it weekend 2. Football story or not, if them smart, they can take Champions League this year, same time. Arteta to Chelsea under Merska, of course. Definitely. Klopp came to Liverpool and won the UEFA Champions League within 4 years. We can continue to give Arteta time if he... Klopp came to Liverpool and won the Champions League in 4 years, that's a fact. But Klopp is a veteran manager. You know what I mean? And he could have won it again, and he could have won the league again, and he left. You know what I mean? Because guess what? People like Arteta started to beat him. He was losing now to the same Arteta and them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like when he just came. These little young managers is now managing him. Just like they're doing with the Liverpool manager now. You know what I mean? You don't know his head from his kneecap right now. They both shine alike probably. I'm just saying. I'm always proud to wear my West Brom Albion top. Win, lose, or draw, as I'm not a glory hunter, said Dodge. I honestly think Chelsea will win the league, said David. I'm only backing Arteta for now because he is part of the team. But if he fails to deliver by the end of the season, I can continue to support him. Hey, to each is his own, man. To each his own. As I said, everybody have their way of support. You know what I mean? Everybody support in a different way. Everybody don't support the same way. It's not everybody is loyal to the T, and it's not everybody is just ready to jump ship. You know what I mean? Some people are like you know what I mean, that is frustrated and tired of not winning. You know what I mean? I'm like that. You know what I mean? But I love this team for what it is as well. You know what I mean? It's a cultural team. It's a family team. You know what I mean? And it keeps people together. You understand me? If you notice the supporters, loyal, dedicated supporters that Arsenal have over the years. You know what I mean? I was a young lad when Arsenal when Arsenal won their last trophy. So I'm yet to really experience a proper trophy. But I'm still a Gunners. I'm still a Arsenal fan right here, right now. It's a family. Arsenal is a family club. And that's where the beauty in it comes from. That's the reason why they say, once a Gunner, always a Gunner. You name one player besides Van Persie that left Arsenal. And Van Persie do love Arsenal, it's just that Arsenal don't love him. You understand what I'm saying? But Arsenal don't like a bone in his body. You know what I mean? But everybody that leave Arsenal always tell you, that's family. Once a gonna, always a gonna. That is what's going on. The Manchester table, the Managerial table as CL, but not Arsenal. Hey, it is whatever. Ain't nobody ever scared to say. I'm not scared to say Arsenal haven't won the Champions League. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not. Do you believe Jesus? Yes, I do believe in Jesus, of course. David, you are only saying that because Chelsea beat Barca today. David is only saying that because you know Chelsea is crap and because he's a Manchester United fan. That's all. Don't jinx it, man. People say Chelsea is the title race are delusional. Chelsea are side with kids, mate. They probably still believe in Santa. They ain't no title race, not enough experience. They're playing football, you know. You know what I mean? They're playing football, and these kids gonna get experience. And you know what I mean? I think they're probably gonna buy experienced players with them now. You know what I mean? They're just kind of following the blueprint what Arsenal did 6 years ago to where to reach where they are now. You know what I mean? Chelsea is just always a team that mimics Arsenal. You know what I mean? Just like they try to buy the players that Arsenal try to buy. You know what I mean? That's why they get what they get with Madrid. You know? And look at us now with Trossard. You know what I mean? So I don't know about Chelsea and what they want to do. Eze has taken Odegaard's spot. I don't see him getting it back in the team soon. Well, we'll see. If Eze keep on playing how he's playing and scoring how he's scoring, bro, I am telling you, he gonna be something different. You know what I mean? This is the Eze that we bought from Crystal Palace. This is the Eze that I wanted to see. You know what I mean? That Eze that is putting in shots, passing goalkeeper in the back of the net. You know what I mean? The Eze that is not scared. This is the Eze that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I'm delighted to see him. I'm happy that he's here. You know what I mean? Yes. They will rotate. It's a long, hard season. Hey, Odegaard is a captain, man. I'm telling you, before they don't play Odegaard, they will rather put Eze on a wing or something. And I'm telling you, Odegaard is going to play. Odegaard give a different element, you know what I mean, in this team. So, Odegaard is not someone that you underestimate. I promise you. Wait till Cole Palmer comes back. When Cole Palmer comes back, that's when y'all gonna lose because the Cole Palmer FC, y'all ain't gonna play as a team no more. Y'all playing as a team now. This is the best unit y'all ever gonna be. You have Instagram. Love the channel so far. Would love to follow there and so my story as I play pro football. It's supposed to be football, right? Around the world. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. Instagram. What's the Instagram name? But subscribe to this channel, man. You can always follow me here. You know what I mean? You can always follow me here. I think the Instagram name is the same, you know, Alphonse O'Reilly. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is it. Appreciate, man. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you so much. James said that team of kid won the world championship, and that's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact. As I said, they're not really to be underestimated. You know what I mean? You see how they play today, even though Barcelona was poor, nevertheless, they get their chance and they took it. You know, they get their chance and they took it, and that's what football is about. Taking your chances when you get them. You know what I mean? And they did take their chances. So you can't go around them. You know what I mean? They're not to be overlooked. You know what I mean? I'm taking them a little bit more serious now than I was taking them a couple of days ago. You know what I'm saying? Because they did beat Barcelona 3-0. Even if it was a 10-man Barcelona, nevertheless. Okay. Sanchez 69. It's going to be hard to bench Eze right now. He is in great form. Yeah, it's going to be very, very hard. You can't bench a man that just scored hat-trick against the biggest rival. No, it don't work like that. I'm planning to shoot a live video. Like Eze is a legend, but Odegaard is proven, bro. Eze put his name in the legendary book just like that. Can you imagine that? Rice, Eze, Raya, and Gabriel Magalhaes are the best investments that Arsenal have made in the past 10 years. Rice is, you can put Zubimendi in there too. Zubimendi is doing fantastic as well. I'm telling you that. My opinion, Chelsea are the next powerhouse. Are you a Manchester United fan or a Chelsea fan? Why are you confusing me? Arsenal win the league this year. I'm a United fan. You hear that, David? Listen what your United brother say. Okay? Listen to that. David, Chelsea won't win the Prem, but they are definitely a powerhouse. I don't think they reach powerhouse status yet, but they're a force to reckon. You got to recognize them. You got to recognize them for sure. London is red. London is red, said Richard. France. Definitely London is red. Everybody knows that. Smash them like button, everyone. Smash them like button. Smash them like button. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. If you're new here and you love the channel so far, hit that subscription button, man. Hit that subscription button. And if you love what's going on so far, show some love with the like button. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Smash the like button, man. You know what I mean? That encourage us to do what we're doing. You know? Make us know that, hey, we're appreciated. Thank you guys so much. Pound Joint said, G17 is G49 again, but as a blue this time. I don't get that. I'm sorry. Remember when we were laughing at Chelsea a few seasons ago for buying all those players and paying over 100 million, and then they won the Conference League and the Club World Cup? Yeah. Well, I mean, like, yeah, but I don't know how serious these club take the World Cup, the Club World Cup. You know what I mean? They did want to play. It's a competition that was held after the league was finished. You know what I mean? These players probably wanted to go on vacation. You know what I mean? Instead of playing it and all of that. I don't think they use all of the best teams in it. So, you know what I mean? The Conference Cup, come on. Come on, Conference Cup. Really? His jersey number was 49 and 17 at United. Even Chelsea have outperformed us in terms of trophy. Chelsea has outperformed us, yeah. But these are things that are past now, as we're saying. When Chelsea billionaire owners came, what were we going to do? They out trophy everybody. You know what I mean? They had money to burn, and they were burning it. You know what I'm saying? They were burning it. So, what to do, man? No, I think you guys will finish above us in the table this year, but Chelsea will win the league. Chelsea so good, the best then were the PL, were the UEFA Champions League. I agree. I don't like the Club World Cup too, especially after they changed the rules for qualification. Imagine Chelsea winning UEFA Champions League this year. Thoughts on World Cup next year. Come on, you Gunners, said N5 edit. World Cup next year. Interesting. There's a lot of newcomers in this World Cup. You know what I mean? And I think they're gonna make the World Cup exciting. You know what I mean? Gonna make the World Cup very, very exciting. Club World Cup. Where is that? Club World Cup is just a fancy cup. Nothing prestige. Hey, I didn't fancy the Club World Cup, to be honest with you. Favorite Arsenal player. I agree. The Conference League isn't a major trophy, but at least they have something to show for all their investment. But bro, why didn't they have a FA Cup or EFL Cup or those kind of stuff? Why? You know what I mean? That because those cups are not easy to win. Don't you think if Arsenal was playing the Champions League, would have won it too? If we was playing the Conference League? You know what I mean? It's just like they say, we will never sing champions of Europe. You will never sing we will never sing champions of Europe because we're not going to play the Europa League. When was the last time we played the Europa League? Bro, the last time we played in the Europa League, I think Chelsea beat us. I think Chelsea was the one that beat us. One of the worst finals I've watched, besides the Manchester United and the Tottenham final. I think that's the only final that was worse than that final. Yeah. Trust, we will win Premier League this season and win UEFA Champions League next season. Big up yourself. That's why you come in this thing with faith. That's what's going on. Yeah, McTominay goal to qualify was a mad thing. David said Brazil will win the World Cup. There are two regular videos posts. On Riley's World 1 hour ago. Check it out after the live stream. Now, you hear that, guys? Check out the videos after the live stream, man. Check out the videos after the live stream. Let's grow this channel into a monster. The only European competition that matters is the Champions League. That's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact. Crystal Palace, Newcastle, and Tottenham all won trophies last season, and we are still saying trust the process. Crystal Palace was a fantastic team last season. The trophies that they play, Crystal Palace deserve to win. Are you going to sit right there and tell me that Tottenham deserve to win what they won? I mean, they won it, so, you know what I mean? But that final that you look at against two relegation-prone teams, because one was, what, 17 and 15? 17 and 15, two relegation team. We just haven't been in that lucky position like Tottenham to get a team like Manchester United to beat in the final. A team that's worse than them. Can you believe a Manchester United team worse than a Tottenham team? That's crazy. And then these Manchester United fans have the heart to come talk what they're saying? That is crazy. If they're all ass competition, then why don't we win? Because we're not in them, bro. We're not in the Europa League. We're not in the Conference League. We're in the elite competitions that's harder to win. Huge fears. Yeah, true, but only goes for FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Bro, is dumb. We are not shit enough to get downgraded from UEFA Champions League. That's why. Hey, don't get me wrong, I understand his frustration. His frustration is just that we need to win some trophies. You know what I mean? And we have been neglecting these cups. These cups that he's talking about, we've been neglecting them. We've been neglecting them for a while because we've been trying to go for the big ones. So we don't play a strong team to go far in an FA Cup competition. We don't play a strong team to go far in an AFL competition. We don't. So we normally get knocked out of them because we put all our eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? And usually we do not have the team to sustain those other competition. You know what I'm saying? So I understand his frustration. We need to win trophies, and that's a fact. You know what I mean? But we can't be down on the team and the players right now when we're doing so good. You know what I mean? That negativity is not going to bring us what we need. You know what I mean? What we need right now is to support what we have. And what we have is a good Arsenal team and a coach that is making it happen. That's what we have. And that's what we need to support. We need to push that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. We need to push that. Anime, big up yourself. Thank you for joining the stream, Anime. How are you? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'll be back in a second, bro. Please don't leave. I'm here, man. I agree, Alfonso. Now, I said we are not in the Europa because we are not bad enough to get down, grabbed. I know that's what you're saying, Rashid. I wasn't talking about you. I didn't misunderstand what you said. I know what you said. I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you that I understand what he's saying as well. That's why I didn't mention the Europa League. That's why I mentioned the FA Cup and the EFL Cup. You know what I mean? We are in those competitions, but we normally neglect them because we're always trying to win the Premier League and the Champions League. So we normally neglect these cups. And then when we neglect them and we get pushback from the Champions League and the Premier League, then we're saying, man, we should have taken those serious. It's already gone. You know what I mean? Those are the teams that know that they're never going to win the other trophies. They were the ones that were taking those serious. And they end up with a trophy. A trophy is a trophy. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand the frustration. And if you look at the approach this season, it's different. The approach this season is different. You know what I mean? It's playing to win. It's playing to win trophy. I think he understands the fact that he's been here for 5 years and only have one trophy to show. Because those community shields are not trophies. I wouldn't put those in it. You only have one trophy to show, and that's an FA Cup. So I think he understands that. And I think he's making a change in that philosophy. I think that's the reason why we spend the money that we spend in the summer and got the players that we got. Because if you notice now, our second level can still start in the Premier League. That's how strong this team is now. You know what I mean? That's how strong this team is now. So we're expecting trophies this season. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, if he don't win. I'm not expecting him not to win. I'm expecting him to win. So I'm not going to go with that notion, if he don't win, he need to go. No, bro, I'm not doing that to myself. I'm expecting him to win trophies this season. That is the expectation. So just like how I'm not going to picture myself down winning a Conference Cup, or a Europa League because I'm always in the Champions League, that's how I'm not going to picture myself not winning a trophy. I'm going to stay up here. I'm going to stay positive and we're going to keep going. We're on a good run, we're on a good path. You understand what I'm saying? And we need to make this work. We need to pull. We need to be the third man, the 13th man that this team need. You know what I mean? We need that atmosphere. We cannot, we've been through too much as Arsenal fans to be pressuring ourselves about Arteta need to get fired if he don't win a trophy. While he's doing so well, when we should be rejoicing, showing him strength, and helping him to grow. You know how much pressure we can be applying to him right now with negative? You know how comforting and how much ideas we can put in his head as fans, because they do listen to us. You know how much ideas we can be putting in their head as positive fans? Instead of saying, if you don't win, you gotta go, putting them under pressure, unnecessary pressure. Persons fold under unnecessary pressure. We don't need to join everybody else talking about Arsenal are favorites, they have to win this here. No. Those are Manchester United fans and all of them fans who are trying to pressure the coach. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to apply pressure, unnecessary pressure, for their sake. Because guess what? They're going to say Arsenal are the favorites to win. And guess what? Arsenal draw against Sunderland and Manchester City win. Oh, Manchester City is a favorite to win. What happened to Arsenal? Arsenal is still 4 points ahead. Arsenal was still 4 points ahead. But all of a sudden, because we drew and Manchester City win, Manchester City is now the favorite. They don't want to see us win, bro. When y'all get that, then y'all will understand. They don't want to see Arsenal win. We're the most hated team. And guess what? They blame it on the fans. The fans is the reason why they hate Arsenal. So what if we're bougie? Huh? What? Yo, bro. Come on, man. For a team that hasn't won anything for so long, and still have the confidence that we have, we gotta be bougie, bro. Come on. Come on. Really? Let's read some of your comment again. Smash them like button, everyone. Smash up them likes, people. Smash up them likes. Big us some love, man. If y'all love the content, if y'all love the reasoning that's going on, we're reasoning football. You know what I mean? We're doing some reasoning on football right now. You know what I mean? If y'all love the reasonability that's going on with the football, guys, give me some love, man. Show some like. You know what I mean? If y'all here for the first time and you like the channel, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? We do this almost every day. We'll be here to talk football. You know what I mean? All season long. Whatever team you support, it don't matter. We talk football. That's what this channel is about. This channel has every single person from every team subscribe to it. The debates get real and the debates get strong. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to join me in the day or the daytime, my time. That's when everybody is out. That's when the chat keep on going crazy. Let me read some of this chat before it leaves me. Alfonso, who's your favorite Arsenal player of all time? It gotta be the king, man. It gotta be the king. Thierry Henry all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Man U fans being a lot quieter since you drop the bombs, bro. Hey, we're just speaking facts, man. I agree. We have a good squad depth. We are also in a good position in the Carabao. That's what I'm saying, man. We're doing difference. You know what I mean? We are improving on things. Things that we fail, we're improving on. You know what I mean? Help us to grow, man, as a fan. You gotta help us to get there. You know what I mean? You can't be following the narrative of the persons who don't believe in the club. Because none of these persons are you listening to. These persons just look where they come from. These Manchester United fans, Gary Neville. Oh, Arsenal gotta win it. They gotta. No, bro. We don't need your approval. This is not the Arsenal team of the past that looks for approval from person. We don't need your approval, bro. You know what I mean? We are going about our business. How we're going about our business. We're doing us our way. You know what I mean? We don't need your approval to tell us that we got to do this or we got to do that. Who are you to tell us that we got to do? Go tell Manchester United that they got to improve. You know what I'm saying? Go tell Liverpool that they need to improve. Y'all don't come tell us that we got to do nothing at all. When we're losing and losing games and all of that, y'all used to tell us, oh, Arsenal has lost their way, Arsenal has this. We don't need y'all to tell us that we got to do nothing. We did what we need to do, and that's where we are where we're at. That's why we're here now. Because we did what we need to do. We restructure the club. We hire a young coach that have different thinking, different mindset, a different idea, different philosophy. And we're going forward. We made some signings. And look at what we're reaping now. We just played football and enjoying it. We have some of the best players in the world in this team. Saka, Timber, Raya, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. Fantastic players. Martin Odegaard, Victor Gyökeres. A club that hasn't won no major trophy for 22 years. Attract these players. Martin Zubimendi. When Manchester United, when Liverpool and Real Madrid and them wanted to sign him, Liverpool thought they had him last season. He chose to come right here to Arsenal. You gotta see what's going on with this club, my brother. You gotta see. Open your eyes, man. Look around and see what's going on. Gone are the days when we wonder if we can get that player. Gone are the days when we have our best player and wondering if Real Madrid or one of those clubs is going to come for them. Look at William Saliba. How much years now Real Madrid want William Saliba? William Saliba just renewed his contract at Arsenal. Say, I'm not leaving. These are what we're talking about. The thing is different. It's real. You know what I mean? It's real. We are not the same Arsenal of back then. We don't have the same coach. We have a fighting coach. I love Arsene Wenger, but he was soft. You know what I mean? He let Jose Mourinho push him around. I want Buck Benfica in this Champions League. I want Buck Benfica. We have a proper beating for Jose Mourinho. When we catch him. When we catch him. And when we finish beating him, we're going to let him know this is for Arsene Wenger, for all of the disrespect we disrespect him. But he coming. Catch up with the chat, because y'all running this chat, leave me, man. Y'all running this chat, leave me. If this was happening at my other club, Arteta would have been gone with the first 2 seasons. Alright. You see the fact that you tell me that you have another club, my bro? I don't know. There's only one club for me, and that's the reason why I can talk how I talk. One club. That's it. I don't do the 2-club thing, my brother. Arsenal should win. We are tired of trolling. We should just back the team. We should back only the manager. We shouldn't just back the players. We should just back the club as a whole. 100%. People don't understand Arteta come to a bad Arsenal side. What we were mid-table team then. No, look at us. We've been second 3 seasons in a row. And that's something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Favorite to win the UEFA Champions League right now and the Premier League. I love that different philosophy, and watching it over these years, it's brilliant and refreshing. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, football, big business now than yesterday. Jana Morris said, 1 Arsenal, 1 Gunner. We are unstoppable, top of the league, top of the table. Oh. Bro, I also don't get it. Like, why can't people pundits stand us? They suddenly develop double standard when they talk about us. Why can't they stand us? I'll get what you say now. I don't know, bro. Arsenal, as I said, we're a bougie team. Wherever we go, we take over. That's just how Arsenal roll. So we got North London and we take over. That's why the person in the chat that take me on earlier on. We got North London and now we run London. You know what I mean? We're London done. We take over. You know what I mean? They're scared. Because Arsenal is an attractive club. When Arsenal start winning all these leagues, bro, we're going to attract all of the best players in the world. When we start winning this league, we ain't losing no more. That's their fear. They're fearful that we're going to become a worse monster than we are. Our fan base is huge. Huge. If some team have a fraction of our fan base, they would have a lot. But you see, we haven't won anything for 22 years. And our fan base just keep on growing. We ain't nobody to play with. Trust me. We're not nobody to play with. 22 great players, 22 national team. Real Madrid are the favourites in the Champions League. David. You gotta be a Manchester United fan. Trust me. Saliba said he won a Carabao Cup in Arsenal, only so he won nothing. He said a legend. He didn't want anything. He didn't want anything. So let them know, fam. Arsenal unstoppable. Arsenal. London is Arsenal. Oh. Second place every year. What team do you support? Let me know. Real Madrid could have showed fish in a barrel. We're going to sit here, we're going to discuss this Arsenal debate, people this, people that, everybody always have what they want to say what they want to say. You know what I mean? It's always a situation. You know what I mean? Every team have their own problem, you know. Every team have their own problem. You know what I mean? Manchester United, look at them now. Chelsea, them have problems. Them are trying to rebuild. Because guess what? Them realize that the bag of money now work and they can't just overpay upon player no more because players want to go a different club. Because Chelsea are not a big club. So them realize all of that. So them start by youngsters and start develop them. You know what I mean? Good strategy. When you get it from Arsenal playbook, but it is whatever. Just like how Arsenal come in, because let me show you how the standard they right. Look how the standard they right? So, once again, Arsenal dominate without a striker. I love Gyökeres, but I'm not sure that him starting up front is our best idea. Johnny said Tottenham. Well, Arsenal is not used to playing with a striker, that's for sure. You know what I mean? We haven't played with a striker for a while, and that's the reason why you see the game flow so fluidly against Tottenham, because we're used to false nine. But Gyökeres is going to come good though. Gyökeres is what we need, because I can see where we're missing in a lot of these games. It's starting to grow on the team, and trust me, Gyökeres is going to fire. He's going to fire. Promise you. People were saying before, Frank, this the Tottenham good side bollocks. I say, watch us. We're going to do Chelsea like we did Spurs too. Oh, that is it. That is it. I think you're right. Fingers crossed, said Blanken. People, everything takes time. You know what I mean? We've watched this Arsenal team grown over the past 5 years. You know, we've watched them grown. We watched a team that had no business coming second. The first time Arsenal came second, they had no business coming second. That was a wild bet. The second time they come second, they had no business coming second. Even the third time, but the reason why we say that the third time was good was because they already came second twice. You know what I mean? It was just a young team that was having a fantastic season. That was all that was going on with Arsenal. You know? And we did what we did. You know what I mean? That young team that came second had no business being there. You understand? So this team now is a team that we need to judge. This is a team. This is a team. Our entire front line was injured, and we're still winning game. This is a team. You get what I'm saying? This is what we're talking about now. Let's judge this team now. Now the coach has what he needs. Let's judge him based on now. You know what I mean? But why the negative? He's winning, and that's what we want him to do. Let's back him. Let's back him. Let's give him that energy. Let's give him the strength that he needs, man. We can't be, as I said, we cannot be these other people bringing him down or put him in under pressure, because that's what they want. Because they don't want you to win. They don't want Arsenal to win. They're just telling you that, okay, you better win it because Manchester City is right under your nose and they have Haaland. You ever realize? They ain't never said nobody else. Remember Manchester City have Haaland. You know what I mean? Like it's a one-man team. We all know it's going. We all know what's up. David said, team better than Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea, Man City. Instead, man, might as well you say Manchester United too. Why not? I put the trash emoji with Tottenham. I support Arsenal. My man used to live there. My stop on the tub. Arsenal. My bro, as an American abroad, played footy. Guys, it's raining outside. It's pouring raining. Yes, Zumeni, Marino, Eze, and Capia Mosquera. Massive game changer. Hashtag Giants Facts. And Cappy, oh my God, he's brilliant. I fall in love with him. We have some fantastic players, guys. And alright, let me show you the statue that Arsenal is right now. Nketiah is a invincible over in the Bundesliga. They went a whole season unbeaten. And he was awesome. Nketiah could have gone anywhere to play his football. Anywhere. And he chose Arsenal. What seasoned footballer do you see choose a club to come on loan with an obligation to buy or with an option to buy? He chose to come here on loan with an option to buy. Mascara was the same thing. Right? Mascara could have gone anywhere. It was only Arsenal. Only Arsenal he wanted to come. And that's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is this. Mascara competition for a spot in Arsenal team is no other than the Rolls Royce himself. Mascara competition is no other than the Rolls Royce himself. Now, why is it that a young man, a young kid like Mascara can take up himself and try to fight a veteran? As young as Saliba is a veteran. Untouchable. And that's who the youth choose to come up against to fight for a spot. You don't think that's special? Nketiah is the same thing. Look who he's trying to dethrone. Gabriel. Gabby. Gabby is the heart and soul of this Arsenal team, bro. Gabby is the leader of this team. And Nketiah chose to come fight Gabby for a starting spot. I'm just trying to show you what's up. I'm just trying to show you. Arsenal team is not the Arsenal team of the past. We don't have to wait around no more for a mid-age Real Madrid superstar, you know what I mean, to want out of Real Madrid like Ozil did. He wants out of Real Madrid, and that's the only way we can get him. Or like Sanchez did, want out of Barcelona, because Barcelona didn't want him no more, and that's the only way we could get him. Those days are gone. These people, look at Madueke. Let's use Madueke for example. Madueke is a regular in Chelsea team. Why would you leave Chelsea team where you have mediocre players going up against to come challenge Starboy Saka? These players are ambitious. These players are ambitious. These players see a club and know where a club is going. And they want to be a part of it. Very ambitious people, them. Let me see what's going on in this chat now. Let me read some of y'all comment again. California making runs all over the place. And I love it. He is a great player to watch. Hey, California confuse people, man. California is our best striker. He's our best midfielder. The only place California leave to go is inside that goal. Guys, everywhere. California is everywhere. Yo, superb. Superb, I swear. And cap it, yeah. Man City crisis, Liverpool crisis, Tottenham and Manchester United crisis, Real Madrid and Barca, bad defense. Go said, come on you Gunners. That's a great point, and it's not like he has any other countryman on the team either, and he still made this choice. That's what I'm saying. The man come in a new environment, totally new environment. Never played with none of the players either. It's not like he ever played with any one of these players either. You know what I mean? Fresh start, and he choose Arsenal. That's what I'm telling you. Why can Arsenal not develop their own players? Why do they buy players from other clubs? David, you got to be a Manchester United fan, you know? For real. Arsenal have the best academy in England. What are you talking about? Got to be a Manchester United fan, David. What are you talking about? Homegrown. Yeah, you can deal with him blackhead. David is on something. I ain't gonna lie. David, what you on? What are you on? You better get off of what you on here. Big up David in the chat, people. Big up David. Big up David. Alright, P R1P1T65. Big up yourself. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Califlora left foot goal against Manchester City last year was, yeah man, that was crazy. That goal was crazy. All those guys are trash players, said David. Don't worry, David. You're just trying to pick on a team just to make your team not look so bad, but you have to pick on a team that's somewhere down there. Go pick on a Tottenham, man. Better if you even pick on a Chelsea. That make more sense. David is United supporter. I volunteer to play David in a 1v1. David is on something, man. David, we're talking facts, man. We're talking real sense here. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're talking, but we're talking sense here. You get where I'm coming from? I volunteer. Yeah, where do you live, bro? Alfonso, I don't know if I miss it, but what's the prediction for tomorrow? Yeah, guys, let's get back into tomorrow's game. No, we haven't missed it yet because we haven't even done a lot of stuff yet. You know what I mean? Tomorrow's game prediction. I am from the Caribbean, bro. I'm from the Caribbean. Tomorrow game's prediction, guys. All right. So, people in the chat, let me know what's going on. Elena said hi. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. Tomorrow's game, Blanket said awesome. Tomorrow's game, let me know what your starting lineup would be like. You know what I mean? People are saying that we should. Don't worry about the result. Right? That's what people say. Don't worry about the result, man. You know what I mean? You have an important game to play Sunday against Chelsea. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I say, it's easy to say don't worry about the result. Right? It's easy to say that. But watch this. Y'all know how many season Bayern Munich knock us out of the Champions League? Y'all know how much season they did that? It's like every season or every other season, Bayern Munich knock us out of the Champions League. You get where I'm coming from? This is not just a game for me tomorrow. No. I have a lot of feelings in this. You know what I mean? Guys, excuse me 1 second. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Oh, sorry guys, thank you so much for sticking around. It's raining outside like crazy and it's cold. So my feet were cold and that's what's causing me to be so stuffy. Yeah. So as I was saying guys, you know how many times Bayern Munich knock us out of this competition? I mean like they'll play us at home and we'll win them 2-1 or something like that. And then we go to their house and they batter us. You know what I mean? I'm hurt, man. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I need something out of this. You know what I mean? I need something out of this. So, Arteta, as a good team, you need to find a way how to rotate this team properly so you can still be strong for Chelsea team. You know what I'm saying? But we need to win this tomorrow. Just because. You know what I mean? Just because. Let me see what some of the chat is saying. I say 2-2 draw or 2-0 win for us. I say 2-0 win though. That's my prediction. 2-0. 2-1. Come on, you Gunners. You should set up super chat. How are you, Alfonso? I'm doing well, Elena. I'm doing well. Yeah, but I rather win the Premier League game than this one cause we still qualify to the round of 16. I understand that. As I said, this is a grudge match for me. You know what I mean? I have a lot of feelings in this match. You know what I mean? We're still going to win the Premier League game, but I still want to win this one just because it's Bayern. You know, remember we still have another tough game to play now. We still have Inter Milan to play. You know, so we can't take none of these for granted, to be honest with you. Them love the Bayern and Arsenal conflict, right? Right now. Plus, this is going to be the first time Eze and Olise play against each other. Yeah, yeah, for real. Like UEFA Champions League can be possible even if we lose. It's more about a statement. But the Chelsea game is important. Yeah, both of them important. So we just have to find ways to win both of them. We have a complete team, guys. We have a strong team. We need to always remember that. We have a strong team. You know what I mean? And we need to put this team to work. You know what I mean? That's why we made the investment that we made. That's the reason why we did it. It will be the toughest game of the year, easily. Super Tube say hi. Bayern game is also important, but Chelsea game has more at stake. We're 6 points ahead above on top of the table. I'm not saying that we need to drop points, but I'm just saying both games are important to me. You know what I mean? Tactics for the game tomorrow. Well, the starting lineup alone should show you the tactics. You know what I mean? Because we're going with a false nine again. You know what I mean? We have no choice. You know what I mean? So I think we're going to see Eze do the same thing that he did in the Tottenham game. Is it going to work this time? I don't think so. But let me tell you what I think is going to happen. Because they're going to have their eyes on Eze floating around on the top of that D, right? I think that's going to give, whether it be Trossard or Martinelli and Saka, that room to work on those wings. Because they're going to be focused closing on Eze. Eze has become the main man for this game just because of what he did to Tottenham. There's one player also that's going to be, well, I don't think Arteta is going to play him. But if I don't think Arteta. I think Arteta gonna save this one player for Saturday, for Sunday. California. I don't think California is gonna play. No, I don't. You know, but he would have been a decisive factor. You know what I mean? He's unpredictable, and he's super, super, super. You know what I mean? Trust me, California. I love seeing California in my starting level. I say mid block to counter. No, we ain't never gonna do that, bro. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna play the ball show on midfield. We gonna put up a mid block to counter at home. That's negative football, bro. That will never happen. That will never happen. Arsenal should not put a strong team today. We're going to put a team out there to win. Trust me, that much I can tell you. That much I can tell you. The team that I'm looking forward to start. Raya is starting for sure. The game is on Sunday, not Saturday, but it's a very important game, yes, and we're going to win it. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We have 4 days to recover from that. Four days to recover from that. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So my team is this: David Raya, Timber, Saliba, and Nkape. Those two just started playing together, so we can't break that partnership at all right now. I'm going Miles Lewis Kelly. So California is being rest. And I'm starting Timber, but Timber is only playing about 60 minutes. Right? We're gonna go Zubimendi and Declan Rice. Right? Which, he probably just go Declan Rice. He probably rest Zubimendi. He probably go Declan Rice for the 6. I think I would love to see him go Declan Rice for the 6 and use Ethan Waneri and Eze in that 10. Right? Saka on the right and Gabby Martinelli on the left. You understand me? And everybody know we have to use the false 9 of Mikel Merino up front. Yeah, that's my game for that. What Arteta is gonna pick, I don't know. He might just put in a Mosquera and take out Saliba. Who knows? Arsenal should not put a strong team today. Saturday game is too important. I think if we play aggressive, high press, we can win against Bayern. Saliba get injured. What happened then? Fair analysis. Nothing happens if Saliba gets injured. Another defender will step up. No worries, lad. That's what I say. Arsenal will battle EPL against an official dunce. Duncan. I just say dunce. You know what I mean? So, guys, what do you think of the starting? What do you think of my starting lineup, guys? What do you think of my starting lineup? What would you change? You know what I mean? Do you agree with that lineup? You know what I mean? That lineup can win us the game. That lineup can win us the game. What do you guys think? I think that's solid. I think that's solid. Guys, if you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscription button, man. If you're new to the channel and you like it, give me some subscription. You know what I mean? If you're here and you have not liked the channel yet, go ahead and like the channel. You know what I mean? Go ahead and like the channel. Alright, guys, when you finish, you can go straight over to the channel and check out some videos. You know what I mean? I've dropped some videos tonight. You know what I mean? Some long videos. Not too long though. Just like 10 minutes and 6 minutes. You know what I mean? Y'all go and run up those views and those videos for me. You know what I mean? The shorts are there. You know what I mean? And all of that. You know what I mean? We're a fun channel, guys. This is what we do. We discuss football. We're not scared to make fun of each other. We're not scared to make fun of teams. You know what I mean? Whether I want the Arsenal, whether it be Manchester United, whether it be Tottenham, whether it be Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? Or Chelsea. You know what I mean? We're not scared to make fun of each other. We are a football channel. On this channel, guys, everybody have a voice. You know what I mean? We welcome open debates as long as it's respectful. You know what I mean? We don't do racial and we don't do homosexual comments. You know what I mean? We just do football. You know what I mean? And anybody is here. Arsenal fans are here, Chelsea fans are here, Man U fans are here. Everybody is here, bro. Everybody is here. Tottenham fans are here. I have so much Tottenham subscriber. Trust me. You know what I mean? And it just shows me that football is football. You know, it just shows me that persons love football and they love persons who can love football with them. You know what I mean? Because a lot of Manchester United fans, and David is here. You know what I mean? The reason why David is here is because David is just loving the conversation and the communication that's going on. You know what I mean? He's not being disrespected because he's a Manchester United fan. It ain't nothing like that. You know what I mean? That's not what we're about. You know what I mean? We are just about football. We're not always going to be right. You know what I mean? We're not always going to be wrong. But we're always going to debate it, whether we're right or we're wrong. It's just what football is. You know what I'm saying, guys? So go ahead, man. Like the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you're here for the first time and you want to be a part of our community. You know what I mean? We are a growing channel, and we are growing. You know what I mean? We are growing, and we're growing fast. You know what I mean? So I appreciate each and every one of you for your support. You know what I mean? Thank y'all so much for the love. Yeah. So, are you worried about Chelsea wingers? Actually, no, you know. No, Chelsea wingers I'm not worried about. Because we have Timber and we have Kelly Flory. If not Kelly Flory, we have Miles Lewis Kelly. You know what I mean? We have defenders to deal with Chelsea wingers. You know what I'm saying? We have defenders to deal with Chelsea wingers. So actually, I'm not, to be honest with you. Hope you're hammered. No, I'm not, bro. I'm a cannon. I use hammer. Oh, you can't carry a hammer to a gunfight, bro. you can't carry a hammer to a gunfight. No, bro, I'm a cannon. Cannon, bro. When we bust, we leave an impact. You understand? Yes, that is it. As the only Arsenal fan in my home and my dad being a Tottenham fan. Oh, damn. I need to move out ASAP. He said, man, Papa is cold. Well, your team is winning left, right, and center. Plus, your team beat them so bad on Sunday, bro. Damn, it didn't pack it didn't pack your bag for you? I ain't gonna lie. He said he never been so annoyed of Arsenal before. Oh man. Today game will be more entertaining than Sunday game. You want a bottle. No, bro. Cups. Don't drink out a bottle no more. No. No. Yes, guys. So, as I said, subscribe to the channel, guys, if you have not yet subscribed. You know what I mean? Like the channel if you have not yet liked the channel. You know what I mean? There is your title. Don't worry. When we have the title, you're going to see it right here. I want to buy them and I want to put them up right around here. So every time y'all come on this channel, you're going to look and see the titles in the back. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see them. Every time y'all come on this channel, they're going to be there saying hi. You know what I mean? This one going to say, hey, I'm the Champions League. You know what I mean? This one going to say, hey, I'm the Premier League. The FA Cup go up and say, yo, you remember me? We're the all-time FA Cup holders, remember? Trust me. Many UEFA Champions League. I guess that's a Real Madrid fan. in the building. You better go put dirt in that and plant flowers, because you ain't winning no more. And they're going to stay there and rust on you. You ain't winning no more. Y'all attract players. You know what I mean? To attract the best players no more. So, I don't know what's going on with y'all now. You know what I mean? You're gonna be bad on your side. Sorry. I'm a BVB fan. Okay. Guys, we're going live tomorrow. Guys. Watch along live tomorrow. Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. Make sure you guys have on your notification. Make sure you guys tune in. We talk again tomorrow on the watch along. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, tomorrow we're doing it. Tomorrow we're gonna be right here. You know what I mean? Tomorrow gonna be it. Like and subscribe. Your content is great. Big up Jamaica. Big up your content, Alfonso. Time to head out. for the night. Johnny, respect, man, respect. Appreciate it so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for passing through. You know what I mean? As Johnny said, guys, it's about time to head out for real. We've been on it, doing it for a while. You know what I mean? We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for the love, man. Thank you guys for passing through. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscription. You know what I mean? We're going to be here again tomorrow doing the watch along for the Arsenal versus Bayern Munich game. You know what I mean? So you guys can tune in for that. You know what I mean? Make sure your notification is on so we can come again and we can chat it up. All right? Thank you guys for being a part of Riley's World. Thank you for making it Riley's World. You know what I mean? We're only getting better. We're only getting stronger. You know what I mean? You guys have been awesome. There's no me without you. Always remember that. You know what I mean? Thanks to every single fans from every single club. You know what I mean? That makes Riley's World what it is. You know what I mean? You guys are awesome. You know what I mean? No matter what team you support. You know what I mean? No matter where you're from. Don't matter who you are. You can always find a home right here. You know what I mean? You can always find a home right here. This is a home that you've been looking for. Alright? So, subscribe to the channel. Jump in the community, man. Be a part of us. You know what I mean? You're welcome. Always. Should White start today or Timber? I'm not going to lie. I want to start White. But I think I'd rather start Timber and then let White finish the game. You know what I mean? I think I'd rather start Timber and let White finish the game. That's what I would have done. You know? But guys, as I said, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back again tomorrow. So you guys, tune in tomorrow. Let's do this all over again while we're watching the game. You know what I mean? Alright guys. On behalf of the Riley's World team, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? Y'all have a blessed one, man. Have a good night, everybody.